What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chair Shot Sports, a sport kind of Philly, as always, powered by Zone Energy, especially after week we've just had of wrestling, weekend of wrestling. As always, I have some guests joining me, talk about an amazing Evolution PLE that we just watched on Peacock. Man, what an ending! What a card it's been all night. Awesome shit. I have some other people jumping in a little bit, but obviously joining me right now is the host of the Lowdown every Wednesday night. Everything about AEW, afraid to ask. Jesse B, how we doing?
Good. How are you? What a great pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm tired. A lot of stuff to cover, obviously, since talking to you on Thursday all the way into tonight. Obviously, the triple threat of shows last night. All in was phenomenal. Some good stuff over on WWE side as well. So just looking to get this done and rest a little bit before Raw rundown tomorrow night. So you have a couple of the gents joining me. I have Matt from over my boy from Baltimore, and also Aaron Lowe's Wrestling is going to be jumping in too in a minute. But yeah. Overall, before getting any matches, I'll wait for them. Overall, I mean, what a great PLE. I mean, it was just the women showed up and showed out. All the matches slapped for me. The Battle Royal was great. I know we said something to each other when it was. I mean, I did say I didn't want it to be like a nostalgia fest, but I would have taken one or two. I guess Nikki Bella was supposed to be the nostalgia. I don't know. But I would have taken like Alita or somebody. Obviously, apparently they were all in the crowd. They were not in the ring, which is fine, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. Shout out to Urban Raj. What's going on? Thank you so much for jumping in. That was a hell of a main event, man. I was here for it. It was awesome. Stampede, as always. Thank you so much for jumping in. Appreciate your patronage here on the show. To all of our shows here at Cherry Shot Media, so I appreciate you. And what is going on? Mike Norton, fresh home from Texas over at All In, man, and from the Elite Mob Squad. What's going on? Nice to see you coming in here. Appreciate you, man. And Cass Marie, as always, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everyone that's jumped in and that's here. If you're here, do me a favor, shoot a comment up here like everyone else has, or shoot me a thumbs up. We love the likes. We love the comments. The YouTube algorithm loves them as well, so it definitely helps myself and everyone else on the show out. So, yeah, I'll give everyone else another minute or so, then I'll just jump right into the first match because there's so much to talk about. A 3.5-hour PLE, man. Who would have thought? Damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm looking up and I'm like, oh, okay. There's no way they're giving this main event 20 minutes. There's no damn way. Like, I'm like, there's no way, right?
I was shocked it was as long as it was.
Yeah, that's what she said. But Mike, thank you so much. Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you, man. I know always, man. For those of you who don't know, me and Mike, a little Two Stooges collaboration coming at you folks this upcoming Tuesday. The NXT Rewind is going to be kicking off here at Chair Shot Media, so we're very excited for that. That's going to be following NXT every Tuesday, 10 o'clock here on X on YouTube. So definitely look to Twitter for more information on that. So we're excited to be launching that show this upcoming week. Very pumped for that. Yeah, man. Man, if no one's these guys are just fashionably late. Oh,
yeah. Oh, there's one.
There he is. This cowboy had to put his little cowboy to bed, so. He'll be jumping in a minute, and then see if Matt jumps in as well too. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man. Obviously, I was going to say no titles changed hands tonight, but not to give away the ending. If you didn't see it, obviously there was a Money in the Bank cash, and I was half right. I thought Trish was going to win, and she was going to cash it on Trish. But hey, listen, I'll take being half right better than no right. So she still cashed in after losing to Jade. So. I think it turns Raw on its head. I'm so excited for it, man. Naomi deserves this. This is her last big run before starting a family with John or Jimmy Uso. So it's going to be cool to see what they do with her. I'm sure their SummerSlam match is going to slap as well. Whoever they end up facing, whether it's a triple threat with both ladies or Io or Rhea, that's going to be cool to see as well. So I'm pumped for it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely one that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, no. And that leaves a lot of questions over on SmackDown too. So you have Jade and Tiffany. I guess there's your SummerSlam. So that's that. But yeah, it's going to be good to watch. So I'm just going to jump right into it. We'll talk with the first match, and when these guys come in, they can jump in and give their thoughts. So obviously, what a way to set the bar! What a way to start the whole night off. You got Becky, Bayley, and Lyra. All three of these ladies killed it. Obviously, being the opening, man, they got the crowd fired up. This crowd was hot tonight, man. Hot, Lana, you showed up. Like for the most part, man, they were there. They were loud. Loving Stephanie McMahon being the co-host, man, with Joe. Oh, love it. Love to see her out there. Yeah, man. I mean, all three of these women hit their moves. It was an awesome match. A lot of false finishes, a lot of 1-2s. But at the end of the day, man, the Becky backslide, that pin sequence was amazing. and Becky getting that 1-2-3 with the backside was awesome. Backside pin with the 1-2-3, man. After hitting Lyra with the ghost plant. So awesome match, man. Becky retains. She's still the well, she's Raw Intercontinental Champion on the women's side. It's gonna be awesome to see what happens at SummerSlam. And Lyra and Becky Bailey if and so you would assume maybe Lyra and Becky at SummerSlam to see what happens. But your thoughts on the match as far as Becky walking out of it the women's event champion?
I thought it was a really good match. It went longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker. But I'm not surprised that Becky pinned Lyra. Lyra was the one that got the pin, right? She was the one that took the L.
No, Becky took the pin because Becky hit Rose Plant on
No,
Lyra.
Lyra took the L. She
No,
took
Lyra-
the pin. I mean, she's the one that got pinned.
I'm
Lyra
pretty sure
was
it's
the one
Becky.
that got pinned,
But
right?
okay. Lyra was on her back from a Rose Plant from Bailey, and she
That's-
ran over and peeled Bailey off of her and pinned her 1-2-3. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. Becky pinned Lyra. Lyra's the one that took the L. No?
Bailey got pinned.
Bailey got pinned? Okay.
Bailey
Yeah,
hit the
I-
Rose Plant, and then Bailey took the pin.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I missed that one.
It's all good.
But it was a really good match. It's interesting. If it's gonna set up Becky and Bailey, or if it's gonna set up more Lyra and Becky down the line.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what that sets up with Bailey obviously eating that. I talked about that on the prediction show. With that, I figure now you got Lyra and Becky because Lyra's like, we didn't beat me, and now Lyra can kind of come full circle, and maybe Becky gives it to her at SummerSlam. So that'll be cool to watch. But also, like I said, obviously this cowboy is putting some little cowboys to bed. Let me bring him on. My boy Dr. Love, fresh up from Texas, man, seeing his boy cowboy shit, Adam Hangman Page, the new AEW World Champion, man. What's going on, my boy Aaron? What's going on, baby? How we doing?
What's up?
You still riding that high, baby? You still riding it?
I'm excited, man. You see that new layout.
I like it.
All the recent merchandise I purchased. So
yeah, man, you look like you did some great networking down there, man. Had some great times. It was awesome to see down there, man. Awesome stuff, man.
it was a great time indeed. I had a lot of fun.
I like it.
Still, my voice is still recovering. I got some hot green tea. So hopefully that helps.
How long was the Hangman celebration in that ring? What, a good half hour? Just people just pumping him up, just screaming for him. That must have been awesome.
So we went back to the hotel where they were staying at, and there were a few of them just walking around the lobby. Like I talked to Powerhouse Hobbs, I talked to Kevin Knight. Me and Kevin Knight talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling. Speedball, we got a quick picture. He was going out with his wife, so I wasn't trying to impose too long. But you know, I met James Storm, my favorite. What's up, y'all? Yes, James Storm was there, and his pictures, bro, were just $20. That was it. He was the cheapest one.
Wow.
And yeah, he was so genuine and kind, and he was my favorite in TNA. Like, he was my top guy, and I told him, "Hey, you were my top guy in TNA." And he was like, "I'll stop being nice." I was like, "No, you're for real. You was my guy."
Here,
Everybody's like everybody else. So James Storm, yeah, he was my favorite. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I got a lot to talk about him today.
What I was saying, we get to this week, it's going to be awesome to talk about. Mike, awesome too. Great. Michael has it from kicking out. Thank you for jumping in. And great weekend of wrestling, man. Whatever you liked, whatever promotion you want to watch, man. It was awesome. It was topped off again, like I was talking about before he came in, Aaron. An amazing Evolution pay-per-view. Obviously, it was 3.5 hours. I was like, wow, this is going to be good. And obviously, we got a really good cherry on top. We're going to get to that in a minute. Isaiah saying what's up to Aaron as well. What's going on, Isaiah? Thank you for jumping in.
And
So,
another note, seeing a lot of my followers, I felt like a little celebrity. They were all like, "Hey, Aaron, what's up?"
That was cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Get pictures and everything. So it's nice to connect with all the followers, man. It was so great.
Yeah. When I go to Slammiversary Sunday, I'm hoping to meet up with some people too. So that's going to be cool stuff. And obviously SummerSlam night too. I'm hoping to meet some people. So I'm pretty pumped, man. It's going to be. That's nothing better than like you get to meet the people in the community that are building this up. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool, man.
And GCW, Game Changer Wrestling.
How was that?
Oh, that was adrenaline rushing. That was
You had Cardona and Indy Hartwell there, right? Not Indy Hartwell. Shotzi.
Yeah, it was that bar, and it was packed. Like, it was full, and like I said, it was a lot of great matches, a lot of blood. It was great. So you go on my TikTok, you see one video where the guys.
KJ Orso was at that match, right?
What was that?
KJ Orso did the I Quit match, didn't he?
Yes, and
Against
Sam Stackhouse. Yeah, Sam Stackhouse, he can move for a big boy. I was impressed. I'm just saying, like, he was doing the flips and everything. I was like, whoa. So, man, respect to them guys. And like I said, seeing the light bulbs come out and hitting on his head with them, I was trying to make sure nothing got my eye.
That's lit. So, I love it. Awesome. Well, I'm
glad
you had a good week. I'm glad you had a good weekend down there, man. We're going to talk all about it. Obviously, you, myself, Mike, a couple other people coming out. We're going to talk about All In, kind of crack that down. Obviously, get some live feedback from you. So that was Saturday. Obviously, tonight was Evolution. Before you came in, real quick, me and Jesse were just going down the opening match: Becky, Bayley, and Lyra. Obviously, at the end of the day, Bayley gets a pin here, a backslide pin from Becky. 1, 2, 3. Your thoughts on the match? Becky still being the champion. What's holding? What's the future hold for her going to SummerSlam?
Well, I was expecting Bayley to win. Mm-hmm. That's what my pick was, and Becky retaining. That was a cool pin that she did. Coming in for that slide and getting her that. That was pretty cool. But Becky winning and retaining, it might set up a one-on-one match with maybe Bayley. Maybe. Or we might move on from this, and Bayley and Lyra will have a feud, and Becky will get somebody else. Who knows? But Becky winning and retaining the title, kind of surprised me. But I figured they'd put the title maybe on Bayley this time. But her retaining, it's not bad for her with the title. She's a great heel. So I was, the match was great. All three women put on a great match. And the crowd chant before the match, the crowd was into it. That was great.
Crowd was popping. Crowd was popping. Man.
So that's really great to see, especially for an all-women's pay-per-view. So that was our PLE. Sorry, that was great to see for the women's PLE. So we'll see.
Hotlanta showed up and showed out, man. It was a good atmosphere, especially for the ladies. It was good to see. Obviously, go ahead. Yeah, obviously, they showed Vicky Guerrero, a lot of legends in the crowd, a lot of old faces. You had Ivory, Molly Holly, a lot of people, which is awesome to see them all showing up there. Obviously, the pillars back in the Attitude Era that set everything up for these two Evolution pay-per-views. So it was cool to see them there. Next up was Jordynne Grace, JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. This match didn't really do it for me as far as those two in the ring. Maybe it's a chemistry thing, but I just wasn't really. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Jordynne's being held back or whatever, because this is not the way she wrestled in TNA. It just looks a little different to me. And JC Jane, I've never been a fan of her in ring stuff. She's getting better on the mic, and she is good at what she does. She's gotten better, but I'm just not really a fan. I just know what Jordynne's doing in there. But obviously, I did have Jordynne winning here, going to take on Masha over at TNA Slammiversary. So I will be seeing JC Jane and Masha taking on each other at Slammiversary. That'll be cool. But I think we all knew it was going to happen sooner than later. Blake Monroe, the glamour is no face of anybody. She is a heel. She's a natural born heel, and that's what she does best. So obviously hitting Jordynne Grace in the back with that women's belt, setting that matchup for whatever is going to happen, whether our next NXT show or it's going to be maybe SummerSlam. We'll see what happens. But JC Jane walks out of there, still your champion. I don't think anyone really picked her. Maybe a couple people did, but I don't. Mostly it was going to be Jordynne Grace. So your thoughts? I'll start with you, Aaron. JC Jane's still your NXT champion, and obviously Blake Monroe doing the deed and turning on Jordynne Grace. What are your thoughts?
Well, I played right. I said JC Jane was going to win. Everybody was like, "No, it's going to be Jordynne Grace." It's like, okay. So, but I was wrong on Bayley, but I got right on JC Jane. I made it. Well, the outcome. I didn't even expect Blake Monroe to be in the corner of this match, but considering the other two were out there, then her coming out, and her turning heel, yeah, she's a natural heel, man. She was great on top, in my opinion, in AEW. She was a heel with Mariah May, so them going this route with her as a heel, to me, it's going to be great. It's going to elevate her even more. And it's great that Jessie Jane gets to continue with the NXT Women's title. In my opinion, she's doing a good job. So we'll see where it goes from here. See who's next in line. Maybe we'll get maybe one of her own stablemates might turn on her. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll see who's next.
It's going to be interesting to see who walks out of Long Island. If who's going to be the double champ, it could possibly be Jessie Jane. So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up. It's going to be fun to see. Jesse B, your thoughts as far as her retaining the belt and Blake Monroe going back to what she does best, being a heel.
So this was definitely my least favorite match of the night. It didn't flow well. It didn't mesh well. So this one I didn't like very much. I definitely expected Jordynne Grace to win and go on to TNA and face Masha Slamovich at Slammiversary just because of her history with TNA. I thought that made more sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't surprised when Blake Monroe turned on her. I was getting ready to pick up my phone and text you right as it happened that I think she's getting ready to turn heel, and she did. I didn't even get the message out before it happened, so I'm not surprised that Blake Monroe turned heel. Yeah. She's definitely a better heel than she is a face.
Yeah, man, that's what the Glamour does, man. So love it. It's gonna be good. Her and Jordynne are gonna have great matches together. So I'm very excited for it. Before we move on to the tag women's match, I talked about a couple other people coming in the studio. My boy, everything Baltimore Ravens, everything Baltimore Orioles. Afraid to ask if you need to know. Yes, this man right here. Match. Oh, it's like, let me bring him into the studio. Can someone else bring him into the studio for me? This computer sucks.
Got it.
I can't get him. Thank you. Hey, my boy Matt Trigger, what's going on, baby?
What's going on, guys? Jesse, good to see you again. John, I just felt like I saw you like 5 hours ago.
I think it was 5 hours ago, actually. But that show went long.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
I saw you. It was damn good, though. Damn good, man. So obviously you were in studio. You heard us talking about Jordynne Grace and Jessie Jane. Jassie's still your NXT champion over there on the women's side over there on Tuesday nights. What are your thoughts as far as her winning that match, going to the Slammiversary against Masha and Blake Monroe? Turning heel and turning on Jordynne Grace. What are your thoughts on the match?
I like the match. It was kind of like a good space filler after that electric
gotta go grab a
opener
beer
with Bayley and Lyra and Becky. That was a really good match. They kind of set the tone for the night.
They definitely did.
But I think that they needed to kind of give NXT what's going on, Isaiah? I think they need to give NXT a little bit of shine, so I guess this was kind of like their default go-to match. So yeah. I liked it. It's going to get Jordynne Grace out of the title picture, I assume, because I think that's they're probably going to run. They're going to run this with Blake Monroe, and then hopefully Jordynne can go on to Raw or SmackDown or something of that nature. But I liked it. It wasn't the best match of the night by far, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome stuff. All right, cool. So obviously we come out that, like you said, is maybe that go to the bathroom. Not saying anything against it, but maybe we go grab your beer, refill your soda, get some popcorn and some chips. I don't know. But then we get right back into all the action. We have a fatal 4-way tag match for the women's title and women's tag titles in WWE. Sol Ruka, Zariah, Rox and Raquel, the Kabuki Warriors, and obviously Charlotte Flair and her newfound friend or acquaintance, if you will, Alexa Bliss. This match was amazing. I love when they can all tag each other in. It keeps the action going. It's fresh. Definitely see some strategy. But let's talk about the lady of the night, the lady of the evening that showcased in this match is Charlotte Flair. If this is the Charlotte you're going to give me for the next 6 to 8 months, I'm here for it. This is what we want. Literally people were saying we want Charlotte. When the hell's the last time that's come a long way from the booze from back from the Rumble, man. So she's back. She's back, man. I like the fodder. I like the laughter. Obviously, it's like a big sister, little sister. When I see them coming down, like she's hiding her with her robe stuff, and Alexa's like throwing her doll at her. It's big sister, little sister stuff, but it's comedic stuff. You see Charlotte smiling, and that's I think a side that we've never really seen with her. And if this is what we're gonna do with her and Alexa, I love it. But yeah, man, Raquel just puts Soul through the damn mat, bro. Gets a 1, 2, 3, and Judgment Day is still your women's tag team champions in WWE. This match was great for me. I loved it. Again, like I said, a lot of action. Everyone got their moves in. Everyone looked nice. They looked crisp. Especially Sol Ruka, man. I cannot. Let's get her on another brand that's not NXT. That woman is ready to go. She looks amazing. And even Zarya, man, you can put her maybe on like the mid card in like Raw or SmackDown. You know what I mean? Like those two are ready. And like it was just it slapped for me. It was awesome. Jesse B, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on the tag match and Judgment Day still walking out as your women's tag team champions.
Well, it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, but it was still a really good match. It was really a shock to see the crowd, how much they've changed in regards to Charlotte. And I think, honestly, it has a lot to do with that article that she did the other day. She got very real with it, and she got very human, and she put herself out there, and she made herself look human. And I think that did her a lot of good. And I think that the crowd really responded to her well tonight. I really wanted her and Alexa Bliss to win this match. I don't like Judgment Day. I'm ready for them to break up. And the longer they keep gold, the longer they're going to stay together, unfortunately. So I wanted Alexa Bliss and Charlotte to win this match. But it was a good match all in all.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that was my pick, too. I had Alexa and Charlotte winning this. I really thought that going with that new favorite and kind of getting away from Liv and putting some dissension in the Judgment Day between Rox and Raquel would have been cool. But as far as Judgment Day disbanding, that's probably not going to happen for another 6 to 8 months. You got to wait till Liv comes back. They're going to run that course. So you're looking probably this time next year is still Judgment Day. So they're not going anywhere. But Liv getting injured kind of probably put a little injury time on that group for a little bit. Matt, your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on the match and Judgment Day still being your tag title winners?
I agree with a lot of what you guys have said so far about the match. I'm digging the Charlotte Flair Alexa Bliss tag team. It kind of gets her out of the main event picture, and her and Alexa make a pretty solid duo. And Alexa makes her a little bit more likable, I believe. Sol and Zarya need to be on Mondays or Fridays. Both of them can go. Sol might be one of the best acts in NXT on the women's side.
No, her
finisher's rocking. You know, it all depends. Really, it all really depends on who is on the receiving end of it. You know, because it's definitely a move where you got to anticipate and wait for timing and all that. But if somebody can sell, man, that shit looks like $1 million. And
yeah,
I thought it was a great match though. I do agree with Jesse that the Judgment Day thing's kind of getting a little stale, but I think they're going to run it until Liv comes back because I think they're going to need this Liv and Roxanne thing to blow off, and then everybody will kind of go their separate ways, I believe. But that was probably going to be in the works sooner, but with Liv's injury, it's probably pushed back until probably the Royal Rumble time, maybe Mania season.
Maybe you see some stuff going down with the group and matches or
that might be a blow off storyline for next Mania season. But overall, it was a good match. I really thought that somebody else was going to win the tag team titles. I didn't think it was going to be the Kabuki Warriors necessarily. I thought they were going to kind of do the unorthodox thing and put the tag titles on Charlotte and Alexa, but they didn't end up doing that.
I think a lot of people had Flair and Alexa as their pick to win and kind of walk out of there as the champions. But we'll see what happens down the road. Aaron, your thoughts, man? The match was awesome. What are your thoughts, man? Did the right people walk out of the tag teams?
I thought it was a great match, and man, that one move that Charlie did, the cartwheel clothesline, that was pretty cool.
That was cool. Yep.
And then, Soul Suka's Soul Snatcher, that move to me is one of my favorite finishers in wrestling, period. And let alone just WWE. So I thought it was a great match. Like everybody else, I was picking Bliss and Charlotte. Who knows? It might be at SummerSlam. They might run it back with them two facing for the tag titles. But this whole Judgment Day thing, I agree. It's kind of run its course. Finn Balor needs to get back in singles competition in some title format. Intercontinental world title. I think it's world title material. Seeing him beat Gunther for the world title would be great. And Sol Suka and Zarya, they're ready for the main roster. And why is it that Suka or Ruka. So Ruka is not carrying around the speed title. What is up with that? She's a speed
I
champion.
think so.
Some people know it.
The men's, the men's and the women's have never brought that belt onto TV. It's
Exactly.
literally just the only time you really it's an X thing. It's like it's
I
only
think it's a
basically-
Twitter issue. I don't think it's
Yeah.
a WWE issue. I think Twitter
It's-
has the streaming rights, so they have the title rights. I believe it's
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Well,
Where-
in my opinion, if WWE's don't do that, they don't need to do those deals because you need to have these titles carried around someone's champion. It just makes no sense.
Their justification is if you want to see the title, watch the show. That's
Well, I get it,
listen.
but on special
It's not-
occasions like this, anyway, on a PLE, in my opinion, it should at least be allowed. Like, it should be,
Amen.
if that is a thing. It's in the rights. Okay, at least on our PLEs, these titles could come on the PLEs. So, like, she could have walked out with double titles. I mean, the speed title, I'm not really that behind it. I've never it's fun to watch speed, but it's not that entertaining in my opinion. But Sol Ruka is the speed champion, so have her carry around both belts. So, but
Yeah.
I'm glad she's NXT North American Women's Champion, so that's good. But I really expect either Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss to win this match, or Sol Ruka and Zarya, one of those two. But Judgment Day, it's run its course. We need to, in my opinion, we should move on from it. Yeah, we'll probably wait till Liv Morgan comes back, but when she comes back, it needs to be done. Like, we needed some story to where we get this done, and kind of like everybody goes their separate ways or at least Finn Balor and even JD McDonough. JD McDonough, in my opinion, could run in the IC title division, and even Raquel Rodriguez, she's gotten a lot better. I like to see her at least in the women's IC title mix or US title mix, something like that. But it is good that we had these tag teams for the women's tag team division on the other side. So, but Judgment Day runs its course. I agree, but it was a great match. A lot of good spots in there, especially Sol Ruka doing her slow snatcher. But we'll see who awaits the tag team champions next at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think it should be a good match, man. Whoever it is, whatever brand it comes off of, it should be good. And Mike, speed is like Fight Club, man. We don't talk about it. It's listen. And listen, it's not like the title's like being kept in a briefcase or something. What? Oh, never mind. Sorry, wrong. My bad. Sorry, I had my relapse. I'm sorry. Oh no, we don't have to worry about that anymore. It's okay. It's okay. You don't keep talking about it now. It's okay. But yeah, no. So I agree with that, man. It's like, if you want to see it, you got to tune in X. It's like, dude, have her at least come out like at the PLEs, like when she showcased. Maybe even her championship matches come out as a 2-champ, like show it out, But yeah, hopefully they fix that down the road. Sticking with the women, sticking with gold, obviously that's been the highlight and the theme of tonight's PLE. The WWE Women's Champion over on SmackDown, Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, this match was good. It wasn't what I thought it would be. Trish is definitely losing a little bit of a step, but she's a damn legend. She looked amazing in there, hitting the Stratusfaction, man, doing a lot of cool stuff in there, doing moonsaults, all that stuff on Tiffy. But at the end of the day, man, Tiffy's just, first of all, I don't know if Tiffy just came out in lingerie. I don't know if she just got out of like the back room with like Ludwig. I don't know, but I was like, dude, that's what we're wearing to the ring. Ooh, oh man, all right. There's no wardrobe malfunctions. I'm like, Jesus, that's like crazy. You're wearing that for a match, but okay. Yeah, no, the match was great, man. I liked it. Obviously, seeing Trish, kind of emotional in the ring. I put something on an X, like maybe this might be kind of toward the tail end of her kind of having that final match coming up sooner than later, unfortunately, because I love watching her wrestle. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, after all the chick kicks and all the prettiest moonsaults, man, Tiffany walks out of there still your women's champion over on the blue brand. Your thoughts on the match, Matt? I'll start with you.
I think they did it right. It was, I think that from bell to bell, I think it was just under 11 minutes of wrestling. So they did that right. It didn't need to be a drawn out 25, 30-minute championship match. Like you said, Trish is on the tail end of her career. It's funny that we're talking about this match right now because I was sitting there watching the show and my wife walked in the room and sat down in the living room and she was like, "Is this nothing but women wrestling tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's their pay-per-view." she was like, because she saw what Tiffany was wearing, and then she saw
I mean,
Trish
yeah, I
Stratus.
mean-
She was like, I wonder why you're watching this, and I was like, they can wrestle, and she was like, yeah, I'm not buying it, and she got up and walked away.
Yo!
So yeah,
No. Oh no.
Tiffany, even though
Thanks, Tiffany.
she's not a bad champion.
Wow.
She's not a bad champion.
Damn.
I really think that she can't carry a match yet. She needs a good dancing partner, and she's had a lot of good dancing partners lately. But I guess that's why Trish kind of looked a little bit slower, because it was more of a choreographed and telegraphed. You can tell they rehearsed that a lot, and that's just the old way of doing things. I don't think they've really called a whole lot on the fly, but I like the match. It served its purpose. Tiffany got her dream match against her idol, and for the storyline purposes, it played out. And I'm happy that we all got to see Trish wrestle again, because for most of us, that's who we all watched when we were, teenagers and young adults.
Her shirt says it all, man. She was my first crush. It was her, and then it was Mickey James, and then that was it. We moved on from there. But yeah, Trish was number one, man. And then Mickey James, I was like, ooh, never mind. Trish, hold on, wait. Wait, who's that?
I liked Molly Holly too. I was a Molly Holly guy. Yeah.
I was a Lita guy. I love Lita. Oh man, love Tori Wilson. Oh man, the list goes on and on, man. They were all smokes, man. Oh Jesus. But yeah, like you said, it was. It definitely did what it needed to do. Tiffany got her match. It filled into what you need to do in Evolution to bridge over to SummerSlam, which is now going to be Jade and Tiffany. I'm really hoping, not for nothing, that I'm a Tiffany fan, but that match is going to slap, and I really hope it's on night 2. But we'll see what happens. Jesse, your thoughts as far as Tiffany still being champion, the match overall? What are your thoughts on it?
It was a really good match. It wasn't the best match, but it was a good match. Tiffany, I agree with Matt. She's still a little green in the ring, and you can tell unless she's got somebody in there that can really flow with her and that can really sell. But I felt the match was really short. I'm shocked that you said it was 11 minutes, Matt, because it definitely didn't feel like 11 minutes. It felt much shorter than that. But all in all, it was the right outcome. Trish doesn't need another title. She was there to put over Tiffany, and she did what she was supposed to do. But her reaction in the ring definitely did make it feel like this might be one of the last times we see Trish in the ring.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, there's more behind her than in front of her, obviously. So hopefully, there's a couple more.
I mean, the woman's almost 50.
Yeah,
that's true.
She's damn near a day over 40.
Goddamn smoke show, though.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Like fine wine, baby. Like fine wine. And Lita, too. I met Lita like this back. Wow. Lita, too, man. Like not a day over. Like I just saw, it's like only seeing you on Attitude TV. Like you look, oh my God, it's like the same. Mike from Kick It Out at 2, man. Hey, Miss Elizabeth, listen. Listen, she did it too, man. Listen.
See, I told everybody she was my mom.
That's wild. That's wild.
I told everybody that she was my mom and that Macho Man was my dad in 7th grade.
Wild.
People believe me.
Jesus. Oh man. Aaron, your thoughts, man, over the SmackDown ladies. How'd they get it? They obviously got in there, got it done. Did the right person walk out champion? What are your thoughts?
Well, after coming away from a weekend of watching more than 11-minute matches, this wasn't too bad. It was really good. It was okay, but Trish, even though she don't look it, she's up there, so she don't move as good as she used to, but she still can move in the ring. Same with all of them. They get older, and age catches up to them and all that. But they did. I agree with the Tiffany. Like she can use a lot more. She could do a little bit more training, get better at what she does. Because she looked a little green at times, and it looked like maybe some stiffness here and there. But maybe Trish Stratus, when she went up that moonsault, man, that was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I like that. And, Tiffany Stratton and Jacob Fatu, it's like, who's to me, I like Fatu better, but it's like, who's got the best, that jumping moonsault is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty
Baku's,
smooth.
Baku's impact is far more like boom, because obviously it's a bigger dude, but his impact is crazy. When he hits you, man, that's great. It's nuts.
But yeah, but for me, it was a decent match. I mean, it could have, you know, it did it a good time. It didn't drag it more than it did. Maybe 4 or 5 more minutes, 15 minutes maybe, but it was alright. But you know, as far as my favorite growing up, it was Lita. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, let me some Lita.
I just
baby.
like how extreme hardcore she was, and she even got in there with the guys. And
Speaking of moonsaults, shit, Lita, boom, off the jump. That was her finisher.
I mean, and even like taking table shots from Bully Ray. I mean, you know,
The
You
good
know-
old days.
Speaking about her moonsault, I just remember the last time that she was in a WWE ring and she did the moonsault. It looked like she almost like botched it and broke her neck. So I'm kind of glad she stopped doing that.
yeah.
It doesn't seem like she gets enough elevation anymore.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting older, so it's just like any of them. You know, age catches up to you. You know, you're not as young and I guess spontaneous as you used to be. So
Yeah,
you know, that kind of
it just
you
reminded
look
me of it. That's all.
at that too. My thing, especially when you're out of it for so long. I remember, I think Bully Ray even talked about, you know, you've been out for so long. You know, you can kind of get you know, green in some areas, and it hurts more because you don't have that callus anymore
Right.
on your body. You know, you take a break from it. That's why Undertaker, you know, he every time you wait basically a whole year just WrestleMania, he had so much pain because he was out a while. Then he would train probably a few months before then. But
And
when you're
he
constantly
said too,
pulling
like his recovery time was like 2 months after a match of Mania. It took him like 2 months to
Yeah.
get back into it. Yeah, it's
when
wild.
it used to be when he was wrestling year long, I mean, he'd be right back on SmackDown doing another match. So it's like
Yep,
when
absolutely.
they constantly wrestle, that body's calloused to all the pain and everything. So it's just, you know, same thing for Trish Stratus. I mean, she's been out for a while. I mean, she may have done some independent shows. I don't know, but some of the legends you don't see them on WWE. They might do some independent matches, but at the end of the day, you know, but they don't wrestle as much. Yeah, they can get some green and it hurts more. That moonsault, yeah, it was with her even. You know, she did a good moonsault, but it was even close on her. It was Trish Stratus. So
Yeah.
You know, we'll
So
see where it goes. I'm curious to who Tiffany Stratton's next opponent will be.
That would actually be Jade Cargill. She's the queen of the ring, and she gets her at SummerSlam. So Jade and Tiffany's.
Wait, what about the? Well, I'm not going to fast forward.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We'll get
Don't-
there.
no,
We'll get-
No,
Well, we
don't do that.
oh, that's the question we get there.
Yeah, hold off on that question. Bonus points for anyone. I don't know. Maybe Matt knows. Does anyone remember two things? One, who did Lita debut with as a manager? Two, what show was it
S.A. Rios,
on?
Sunday Night Heat.
Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Velocity.
baby. No, it was Heat. It was Heat. Yep,
It
absolutely.
was Heat.
Yep.
That'd be
That's
cool if they
it.
brought Velocity back in Heat. That'd be pretty cool.
Well,
Instead of
it was
Speed,
Velocity,
brought
Heat.
Velocity
Yeah,
back.
man.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I used to love those Saturday shows, man. Oh, God, I miss that. Anyway, but yeah, no, it was a good overall, man. Awesome stuff. Obviously, you know, we're gonna talk about what happens at the end of the show. Obviously, that kind of made a little bit easier, kind of the path of looking to SmackDown, what's going to happen at SummerSlam. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Speaking of SmackDown, we got Jade Cargill, we got Naomi in a no holds barred match. Again, I said it last night. We talked about it a little bit after it was announced. I wasn't a big fan of Bianca being thrown into this. I don't know if that was more of a grab to get more people to watch. I don't know, but I was nice to see she really didn't do much, which was cool. She literally was just again. But if she's not to do a spot, why are you in the match? But again, maybe it was just a grab for the name. But they weren't up against any other programming, so it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, great match. These two can go. Naomi is a nut, and Jade can definitely get her ass kicked from the stuff she used to do in AEW as well before she came here. So the steel chairs, man. Jade hitting her with throwing cameras around, man. Like getting the big boot with a trash can on it. It was awesome stuff, man. The chain spots were good. Naomi took it to the face. That was cool. Not as good as the chain stuff over on Saturday nights, but yeah, great stuff, man. At the end of the day, man, Jade gets jaded. Jade puts Naomi through the Slim Jim table with Jaded. Gets the 1-2-3. The match did it for me. It was a decent match time wise. I'm not a big guy who watches time. I like what happens in the middle of the match. I don't really watch the clock and stuff like that. I'm not a big time guy. But I think the match did what it needed to do. Jade got her ass kicked, comes up, gets the jaded, boom, gets a 1-2-3. But yeah, I think the match was good. I think the right person won. Bianca really didn't do much. She wasn't a factor. Kind of just counted the 3. But yeah, so Jade walks out of there. She's your winner in the no holds barred match. Jesse, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the match?
I have to go ahead and agree with Michael from kicking out a 2 here that this was Jade's best match so far.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This was absolutely a good match by Jade. She actually looked really good in this match, and I think that was partially because of Naomi. Naomi really helped elevate her in this match. So she looked really good. It was a little tame for a no holds barred match. Just from what I've seen in previous women's no holds barred matches, I've seen some pretty crazy shit. So it was pretty tame, but it was a good match all in all. Jade got the win, which she should have got the win. But I hope this is the end of the Jade and Naomi. And I hope well, I won't say anything else. But because it alludes to the end.
They only moved her. It's okay. Like it's like it's probably the end, yeah. But yeah,
they're gonna feud all the way until Mania
or something. Yeah. Well, like I said, this is Naomi's last run. She made it very obvious. That's why if I knew that beforehand, she would have been my hands down pick for Money in the Bank. I didn't know the whole family planning thing and this and that. I didn't see the interview. I did after I made my picks, but I think this is gonna be a hell of a run. They're gonna let Naomi do it. Everyone was complaining. Everyone got back. Oh, they're treating her like shit. She's taking L's. This is what they've waited for, and I think it's going to be an amazing run. I'm very, very excited. We'll talk about it, obviously when we get to the main event, but very excited to see what happens with Naomi moving forward after tonight. Matt, your thoughts, man, on the match? Jade Naomi.
Jade is starting to look like an actual wrestler now. It's taken a long time. They've invested a lot in her. It's obvious. The chick is going to be a star. If she's not already a star, but I'm saying she's going to probably be a mega star the next couple years.
Good point, Mike.
It was a really good match. I talked about it last night on the post show for the day of wrestling that you had. They just beat the shit out of each other, and it was cool to see. Yeah. She got the elevation for her finisher off the second rope, which was pretty cool to see. I think Jade's probably going to end up being a champion before the year's over. I think she's the one that's going to unseat Tiffany. But I enjoyed it. This is probably one of my favorite pay-per-views all year long. And I enjoyed almost every single match. And there wasn't a whole lot of celebrity intervention. There wasn't a whole lot of, bullshit. It was just pure wrestling from the women, and I loved seeing it. But Jade looks like a star, and I was so happy about it. Yeah, and they featured a lot of the girls that are going to be on the main roster because everybody that was in the next match that you're going to talk about, they're all on their way up.
So
everybody that was featured tonight is either present or on their way up, with the exception of Nikki Bella, for the purposes of what we're going to be talking about soon.
Yeah, that caused a fight in the house. Some people in this house are a part of the Bella Army. It's not me, so. But yeah, no, I agree with that. No, I liked how they featured. Again, all these matches were great, time wise or whatever. I mean, it was a 3.5 hour PLE. I mean, it wasn't 6 hours, but it was, it was a good amount of time. Not too many ads. That's the shit that bothers me. It's just like back to a break, another break. Like, bro, stop it. I don't want to see the same Grubhub or DoorDash commercial 5 times in one night. I don't need it. Stop it. But yeah, awesome. Aaron, your thoughts, man? Jade and Naomi, they brought it. What do you think?
Jade and Naomi, yeah, it was a great match. I thought it was, I don't know, with some of these hardcore matches, I would like to see a little color. You know what I mean?
They're not. That's the problem with the two. One, I agree, they get the color, and I'm like, yeah. And over here, you're like,
I like to see some blood when it comes to
I agree with that.
Hardcore matching weapons are being used. But it doesn't have to be a lot. But
they had blood at the end. She got her nose busted open. I don't know how it happened, but she was bleeding.
Those things are like accident stuff. I'm talking about let's see.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be over the top. But and my question: when did Bianca get added as a special rep? Was that just this past Friday on
Last
SmackDown?
night. It was last night. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's a main event because Naomi attacked Jade, and it's supposed to be out of control, and no one can control him. So all this is like, oh, I got someone that can help out, and I'm like, she didn't do anything. I mean, she
Yeah,
did her
'cause,
job as a ref. I'm like, you didn't break anything up. There was no like her getting in between the two. Like, anyway, that was my thought to it. I'm like, why did we do it? Why did we add Bianca? Doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, I like the spot where Jade hit Naomi with the camera and then hit through the camera. That was pretty cool. But yeah, Jade Cargill, she in my opinion, she's really good.
So the people in the front row, they were like, oh.
Right? And that did look like it was getting close. Like she kind of chucked that a little too hard. But yeah, it was a great hardcore match. No hard bar to me. It was great. And then seeing Jade Cargill, I think she's a future, and I think she's really good, and she's getting better. Especially being WWE, it has helped her a lot, in my opinion, because she's gotten better in ring wise. But Naomi, yep, she's good, but whoever she works with, she can help put anybody over. She's really good in the ring. She's really good on the mic. So she is really
Agreed.
She's fantastic. So she's one of the best in the women's division, in my opinion. But Bianca in there,
I love her.
yeah, special ref, yeah, that's pretty cool. But Jay Cargill winning this thing, didn't see it coming. I thought it'd be Naomi, but Jay Cargill wins, and now she's moving on to SummerSlam, face the women's champion. So we'll see what goes from there.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good match. I'm excited for that. And to Matt's point too, I think what you see with Jade, I think Jesse, you touched on it too. You see more. Again, yeah, we can talk about Naomi put her up and made. But you can see more of a confidence when Jade moves in the ring now. When she gets on the top rope, like you can see it kind of starting to click than what it was maybe 3-4 months ago. You can see like she's doing a lot more, and it just changes her whole demeanor. She's able to focus on the character, looking at the crowd, building. She did a lot of that tonight. Trying to get the crowd going. Like she can focus on that kind of stuff now, and not worrying about okay, shit, top rope, get to hit my spot, top rope with my left foot. That you can see the confidence building with her, and I think that's the key thing with that. If they do that, and starts clicking for her, sky's the limit, man. And we could have a possibility of a new champion on SmackDown after SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens. We have that show. We have our predictions in a couple weeks. And like Matt just alluded to, the Battle Royal over at Evolution. I wrote all the names down. I'm not going to go through every single one that was in there, but great spots. I mean, everyone kind of came out in little factions. You know, the little tag teams. They kind of came out together and kind of see them fighting in the ring. It was cute that like the beginning it was like NXT, SmackDown, and Raw were in like 3 separate corners. And then they all start fighting each other. Obviously, Julia and Stephanie Vaquer, you know, those two getting it on. Can't wait for that. That rivalry is going to be generational. That's going to feed families. When those two start getting on it, whatever's going to happen down the road, when it starts being world titles, that's going to be an awesome rivalry for both of them. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, Lash, Nia, and Stephanie Vaquer were your last 3 in the ring. Thank God Nikki Bella was thrown out when she was. I was getting worried.
I was getting so worried.
It started fighting this out. Because I had Jada Parker. I don't know who here watches NXT. So she gets thrown out, and the other person goes, "Ha, clock it." And I'm like, you're funny. Okay, you're cute. You think you got jokes. Okay, yeah. And then obviously when Nikki got thrown out, it was an all-out celebration. Like just one, like I was like, yeah. Anyway, Stephanie Vaquer does an amazing job of giving Lash Legends the devil kiss on the apron. Man, that Booker T. Some were so happy. You got to see it twice in one match. At the end of the day, I forgot who here was in the show or who picked her, but I think a lot of people did. I know Mike did as well from the run-in. Stephanie Vaquer wins the Battle Royal. She is going on to Clash in Paris to get herself a title match of her choosing. Again, like the Battle Royal was great. A lot of up-and-coming people. No, like except for Nikki, and again, I would have liked to see a couple, like Alita or some, just for like that little nostalgia factor. But I have no problem with it being who came out on that roster for all 3 brands. Love to see it. It was great stuff, and it was entertaining. It did it for me. Obviously, Chelsea Green is always a laugh a minute. Like, love when she's out there doing her thing with the Hervis. So, yeah, Stephanie Vaquer has her guaranteed shot over in Paris. I'll start with you, Matt. Your thoughts on her winning the Battle Royal?
I figured she was gonna win when I saw that after everybody kind of got announced to the ring, during the commercial break that Stephanie got her own entrance at the end. I'm like, okay, obviously she's one of the biggest upcoming stars they have. I think that she's going to be a main event player for a very long time, and there's going to be a lot of feuds that she can have. I was happy she won. Like Jesse, I was getting very nervous when I saw Nikki Bella in the Final Four. I'm like, shit. Like, here we go again. Like, I wasn't going to lose my mind like I did last night with a certain individual, but
Don't do that.
yeah, if Nikki's going to stick around, put over younger talent. Like, get your nostalgia run, get your couple wins, but I'm glad she didn't win. I'm glad Nia Jax didn't win. And when I saw Lash Legend in the final two, I was like, this is Stephanie's for sure. They're not going to have Lash Legend win when she hasn't even been featured on main roster television yet. So they weren't going to see. He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah, Mike's going. Don't get Matt going. Don't do it.
No,
don't do it.
I'm not going to do it because what should have been an hour show last night turned into almost 3. So
the Jelly Roll, man. If you didn't see it, folks, go back and watch the show from last night. Yeah, it's good television.
Fucking comical. Not the show Jelly Roll being a wrestler. But I digress.
It was a generational rant. It was me and Mike. And Mike and Lady Alpha just had our popcorn.
It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, Stephanie's gonna do very well. I appreciate the fact that they're actually strapping a rocket to her. She's probably one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. So I'm happy to see her. I'm a Stephanie Vaquera fan, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they're going to go with this because I'm actually wondering who they're going to have her face at Clash of Paris.
That was my next question. Who you guys think she's going to go after? What brand do you think she'll go Raw or SmackDown?
I think she's going to go to Raw. I think she might go after Naomi.
Yeah, but Naomi's not losing that belt right now. That's why it sucks. Like, I don't know. Maybe cause some chaos on SmackDown because I want to see her get it, but like Naomi.
But
Naomi's
if you're gonna strap a rocket to Jade Cargill, you're not gonna have Stephanie Vaquera on the same brand.
Yeah,
that's a little convoluted right there.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think it might be Naomi by default.
Yeah,
unless they have Jade chase Naomi with the championship now. Like I beat you, and then you still cashed in, but I should be first in line, kind of thing. Then I could see that happening where Stephanie Vaquera goes after Tiffany Stratton. That's just me, though.
We'll see what happens. It's gonna be good. So not to get you all riled up, Matt, but I know there's a lot of people here that watch both brands. So you got to book a main event, and it has to be a celebrity. So you have two choices: you have Jelly Roll, or you have Boom AJ. Who do you book?
I'm not answering that question.
I'm just saying. It's Jelly Roll or Boom AJ.
I'll take the 12-year-old.
You want the Rizzler?
I don't give a shit. Just
you want the Rizzler?
I don't want to see Jelly Roll do shit.
Yo, Mike from Kick It Out says, I'll take the Rizzler. Oh, shit. Awesome. So I'll go on. I'll move up to Jesse as far as the Battle Royal. Stephanie Vaquera gets her guarantee shot over at Clash in Paris. Your thoughts as far as her being the winner, and where do you think she's going to be taking her title shot? Raw or SmackDown?
I was so happy she won and not that fucking skank. I was so happy when that skanky little bitch got fucking popped out of the ring. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I was like, she shouldn't have even been in the last 5. And skanky hoe, I mean Nikki Bella. So Stephanie Vaquera deserves it. She's a fucking amazing talent. I think she should go after Tiffany, but I don't want to see Jade and Naomi go at it again. I really, really don't. I don't want to see Jade change it up and want to go after Naomi now that Naomi's got the belt. Like Matt said, I really don't want to see that. I'm kind of over the whole Jade Naomi feud. Let's put it to rest. Let's just lay it to bed, be done with it. Let this match be the last of it. and call it good. But it'll be interesting to see who wins after SummerSlam, because we don't even know who's going to be fighting Naomi for the title at SummerSlam yet. So
Yeah, that's gonna be probably a gauntlet or some kind of tournament. So that'll be interesting to see. They got 3 weeks, so hopefully it's someone good and makes sense. All right, cool. Thank you. And Aaron, Battle Royal, man. Not the gauntlets you were watching this past on Saturday, but a Battle Royal nonetheless. Your thoughts on the ladies and Stephanie Vaquero walking out of there with a title shot.
Well, I thought it was a pretty good Battle Royal. It was kind of chaotic personally in there, but it wasn't too bad. I love seeing that it was mainly full of the future. There wasn't a lot of the legends, like all due respect to them, but it was nice to see most. I mean, pretty much the only one that was a legend was Nikki Bella in this one. That was it.
Yeah.
So I love that. That was a great touch because last one it was full of legends, but they didn't have a stacked roster they do now. Now they got a stacked women's roster, so they can do doing pay-per-views like this every year. In my opinion, would be great because they have the roster to do it. So now that you have the roster to do it, keep doing it every year. Last time they didn't have it, they just pretty much grabbed what they could.
And it was like pretty much a nod to the nostalgia of it. So that's kind of why it was like all the legends too. So,
but now that they got it, now that they got the women's roster to do it, and have these PLEs every year, and you got these Battle Royals and these stipulations that they get a title shot, things like that. I think it would be really good, a good spotlight on women, and it would be really good for to get a lot more of the future on a PLE. But I thought it was great. And I was Stephanie Vaquero winning. That was a great touch. She's really, really good herself. When it was her and Lash Legend at the end, I was kind of hoping Lash Legend because I like her. She's really good, and I really like the spot that when she threw Zelina out of the ring like that. Like that was
wild.
That was tight.
She's strong as shit, man. I don't care what anybody says.
I know. Like I would love this. I would love to see Lash versus Jade Cargill in a match. That would be great. Them two, I think, would have a great match.
That young lady throws trick around. You kidding me? Like that boy. He's like, whatever you want, honey. Yes, of course. Yes,
she also almost lifted Nia over the ropes. So
that was nuts. I heard not even assisted. Just like I was like, bro, this woman is strong.
Like that was impressive to see her do that. I mean, to me, that kind of reminded me of like John Cena doing it to Big Show. Like that was pretty cool.
We got him up yeah.
But yeah, that it was good. Stephanie won. It's going to be interesting to see where where this goes from. Is she going to challenge the champ at Paris? That was this.
Yep. You get a guaranteed title shot either at Raw or SmackDown.
Is that before SummerSlam?
After.
It's after.
Okay. So I'm curious of who's going to. I'm curious of where this is going to go. Who would be the champ by then when she faces. So it's good. Like I said, I was hoping Lash would win, but Stephanie won. I can't complain. I'm just glad it wasn't again. Yeah, Nikki Bella as well, because when I saw her as one of the final few in there, I was like, oh no, they're going to give it to her. But
everybody and their brother was like, no, don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it.
Please don't. No, I mean, no disrespect to her, but I'm a guy liking to focus on the future. I don't mind seeing legends come back and have matches, but look at Randy Orton. He's a legend. When was the last time he won a title? I'm talking singles title. It's been years.
Years.
But
full disrespect. She sucks.
Well, there you go. I mean, she is green, very green. But she hasn't been in it in a while. Going back to the talk earlier, when you're out of it for a while, and I wouldn't say she was great, back then, but she was too bad. She was good. I really liked Brie Bella more than her, but yeah, I'm glad she didn't win. I'm glad it was Stephanie, maybe. And we'll see who the champ is when she faces it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited to see who walks out of SummerSlam with those belts, and I think that might be a little more of a. I'm sure on the Raw and SmackDown after we'll figure out who's doing what. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to see. And then we come obviously to the main event of the evening: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley for the Raw World Women's Championship. This match was everything I wanted and more, and that's not even talking about the ending we're going to talk about. This match was amazing. This was great. Both women, man. Rhea really just showed up what she can do, and Io's amazing. I am such a huge Io Sky fan. This is before she won the belt. I've always been an Io Sky fan. Love her, Damage Control, the whole thing. I've always been a huge fan. NXT, loved her there too. That's why I fell in love with her. Like, I just love what she does, man. She's great in there. She's one of the few people that came over into the America style and just kind of got it, and just was awesome whatever she did. And her and Rhea obviously have so much history. Great match, awesome match. The Spanish Fly gets hit. Looking around, what's going to happen? Obviously, it turned into a false count anywhere match for about a good 8 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes when Jessica Carr was out. They're all just running around the arena. Obviously, great spot by Io Sky. Great stuff from both ladies out there. Bring it back into the ring. Spanish Fly. Who other but Naomi's music hits, runs down with a referee. It is now time to cash in said Money in the Bank on Io Sky, because it's a triple threat match. Obviously, triple threat, no DQ. Anything goes. Io gets a briefcase for her troubles. Naomi just goes roughshod, runs, throws Rhea into the steel pole, hits the finisher on Io. 1, 2, 3. Your new World Women Champion over on Raw is Naomi. This was a great cash in. I was saying before we came on the air, I thought it was going to be Trish would win. She'd lose to Jade. Trish would win. She cashed in on Trish, but I was half right. She lost and still cashed in on somebody, but it was a cash in tonight. Good stuff, man. Well done. Makes a lot of sense, and I'm sure, like I said, it's going to make a lot of sense tomorrow night on Raw with her coming out. And again, great on the mic, great in the ring. So the promo is going to be awesome to see what she has to say, and it's going to be interesting to see who her challenger is running at SummerSlam, who that first person is that's going to walk out from the back. So that'll be awesome to see. Aaron, I'll start with you, man. Your thoughts as far as the match in general and Naomi getting that cash in, man, walking out the new Women's World Champion over on Raw.
I actually thought this was a great. This was a great match, great main event. Io and Rhea, they're just great ring together. They got great chemistry. And I was really hoping Rhea Ripley would win. Big Rhea fan. But Naomi cashing in, I did not expect that. Seeing Io Sky jump off that ledge there out in the crowd,
that was crazy.
That was pretty sweet. She got some hype on that one. Like, she was up there. That was some hang time. But yeah, seeing this match was a great match, and when Naomi came out there and cashed in, I was like, man, I was really hoping it'd be a failed cash in, but just bias Rhea here, just bias. But it was great that she won as well. Long overdue, a title run herself, and I'm glad that she's. We'll see where this goes. Who she's going to face at SummerSlam. It might be Rhea. Maybe we'll get Rhea. Who knows if this will be a long or short title? That's another thing. But seeing this match again, great match, beginning to end. Seeing that Spanish Fly, that was pretty dope. That was pretty sweet to see. I love seeing Spanish Fly, especially when it's done right. And that was pretty good. They really sold out in this match. This match pretty much brought it all to an end and a great conclusion. Great wrestling, great spots, and then cash in at the end. They just put it over the top. So great ending to the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they got it right the whole way, especially like doing it with those two. Rhea and Io main event Evolution is obviously great. Obviously, the great story they have. You had to have that cash in, the cherry on top, and kind of have it. And then obviously them walking out together. That was cool to see, because obviously they were saying like, hey, we main evented like Evolution. This was awesome. So that was cool to see as well. All right, Jesse, Naomi's the new World Heavyweight Champion over on Raw. Obviously, Rhea and Io got it on. What are your thoughts on the match and Naomi being the new champion?
No, it was an amazing match. Rhea and Io put on a clinic. I mean, they were on fire the entire time. There wasn't a point in this match where I wasn't interested and I wasn't invested into the match. So I really liked that about it. The crowd made this match so much better because the crowd was so invested and so into the match, and it made it. The crowd was amazing all night, honestly. But I totally was not expecting Naomi to cash in. totally came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that to happen. I had totally forgotten about her, to be honest. I was only thinking about her when it came to the SmackDown roster. Didn't even consider her cashing in on Io. So that was a nice surprise at the end, and it's nice to see Naomi as champion again.
Yeah, they did a great job of having you when you thought Naomi and Cash and you thought SmackDown. They did. That was such a great job. They just made sure they put it out there. And that's kind of too. I think when they did what I think made you kind of sick of it is that it was constantly her attacking Jade. And so you thought you saw Jade, you saw Bianca, you think Naomi, you think SmackDown. Don't even look over here at Rhea and Io. So that's why it was one of those things where that music hit, you go, no way. So and again, like Aaron, I thought it was gonna be like she hands her briefcase to somebody. Maybe this is where Bianca does something. Or somebody comes down, gets in the way, but no, it's an actual cash in, man. And hey, here we go. Naomi's the new champion. I'm here for it. All right, Matt. Same question, man. Naomi's the world champion. It was an awesome match between Io and Rhea. Your thoughts on the match and our cash in that happened tonight?
Yeah. First of all, sorry about that. My little one, I had to put a Band-Aid on a non-existent boo-boo.
It's all good, baby. Don't worry.
She swore there was one there, and I entertained her. She's still on island time right now. But that was a fantastic main event, man. That might have been one of the best main events WWE's put on the entire year to date. Those two absolutely killed it. The only thing I did not like is that Jessica Carr sold a drop kick for like 12 minutes.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the
she didn't even
only...
She like rolled out like she had to like fall
like,
down. Like, oh, Jessica, you're better than that. Come
now,
on.
to be fair, she's from my home state. She's from Maryland. She used to be a wrestler here in the independent circuit. So
she's a wrestler now on Evolve too.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think it's behind a mask.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm happy to see that she got that spot as the main event referee. But those two tore the house down, man. They are so good. And I agree with what Stampede said in the comments. By the time it's all said and done, Rhea might go down as the greatest of all time. Yeah. But
no, I'll put that comment back
Rhea,
up that Stampede put up as far as yeah.
Rhea is amazing. And Io is connecting with the audience at a level I've never seen before. With her, at least.
Yeah.
For the language barrier and for the stature, that girl can wrestle. I don't care what anybody has to say about the overall product. Those two tore the house down, and that was the perfect main event to wrap up one of the better PLEs WWE's put on since Royal Rumble.
She wouldn't have. You're right.
And Naomi with the swerve, it was almost reminiscent of the Rollins cash-in. He got his ass beat by Randy Orton earlier in the WrestleMania 30. I think it was not 30, 31, I believe.
31. Yeah. 31.
It was 31.
Yep.
You know, Rollins got his ass beat. He did the job for Orton. You know, the infamous curb stomp into RKO. Then he cashes in. You know, Naomi was still selling the ass whooping. She had the bandage on her nose. She was still bleeding. She was limping. Mm-hmm. And then she still went out there and it was a surprise and a shock to everybody. I'm curious how this is going to go. I'm really curious how they're going to take this in a direction wise, but that was a fantastic main event. That there was no run-ins. There was no nefarious bullshit. There was no gimmicky type shit other than Jessica Carr laying down long enough for them to go around literally the entire arena and beat the shit out of each other. And then she pops in for the 1-2 kick out. Was crazy to me, but I loved it, man. Rhea and Io.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, there's actually this. I didn't know if anyone else caught this. So a lot of people, when we throw these rules out, like it happens in both promotions. Like things happen, you're like, but that doesn't make any sense because this. If you watch, Naomi kept looking at the timekeeper. It's like ring it, because if she hit her before the bell rings, it's a DQ.
DQ.
I don't know if a lot of people. If she did it with people. Yep.
That was
And
good
I was like-
situational awareness. That was very good
And I was
situational
like, see,
awareness.
that's the way you do it. And like, I don't know if a lot of people saw it. So Mike, thank you for that. I was gonna bring that. That was awesome. Because if she's boop,
Yeah.
Jessica would have been like, oh, sorry, DQ. Sorry. Or they maybe they would just let it go. But the fact that she like looked over, she's like, no, that make her look that much smarter about it, and that conniving and like maniacal was awesome. My bad. Sorry, I'll let you finish, man. I apologize.
No,
I wanted to
you're
bring that
fine.
up.
Rhea, to me, I was. It took me a while to get on the whole mommy train, and the gimmick that she has now. But
Mhm.
when we're in 10 years, Rhea might be regarded as the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Just on accomplishments, principle, and the amount of matches where she was arguably the best on the card for this company. And it's crazy. And Io, that girl can take an ass whooping and still pull off high flying stunts. So they both put on a hell of a show. They literally beat the shit out of each other, and I was so pleased with that. This PLE was so minimalistic, yet so well done, and the way they built this up and the way they did everything was really half-assed. And I said that last night on your show, but they delivered tonight, and those three. Well, those two, Io and Rhea, they really delivered, and I was so happy to see it because those two can hold their own with anybody.
Yeah, and that was gonna be a point I was gonna make too. I know it was a little thrown together. Obviously, you know why it was moved to this weekend. It didn't have any kind of programming, but it was just put for this weekend to be in Atlanta, kind of like one of those takeovers that they do. Obviously, UFC was there last night as well, where SmackDown was Friday night. It was supposed to be up here, Mohegan Sun, 2 weekends ago, so that sucks for me. But again, for all the shit and for all the stuff on X and all the social media, if you watched this and thought it was a shitty PLE, then you're just a hater, because you have to recognize it for what it is. Whatever company it was, those ladies put up, and this was, yeah. I'm not going to go to the whole thing of the company. If you just watch the matches, not knowing where they wrestled, just watch the match for that, it was amazing, amazing stuff, man. It was a great PLE.
For the
so I
way,
was happy to see that this is.
I'm sorry, John. I'm glitching a little bit. I
No,
didn't
no,
mean to cut you off.
good. No, you're good. No, you're good.
For the way the weekend started, where NXT put on a solid Great American Bash, and then AEW responded with All In, and then the lackluster Saturday night main event, and then they end their weekend with this. I think that they rounded out their weekend perfectly, because if Saturday night main event would have been it, you would have said that they got their asses handed to them in terms of overall product.
Yeah, you got to call it what it is, man. I said it last night, Aaron. Obviously, you and Mike, you guys were partying and doing your thing, cowboy shit, you know. If I'm not even gonna talk about Saturday main event. It was cool to see the Goldberg match. I'm just because I was a Goldberg fan growing up, WCW, the whole nine. But cool to see him go out the way he did. He put over Gunther, did his whole thing, and did his whole speech. That was cool. And shout out, really, I know Matt Yumi talked about it. Shout out to Seth Rollins. In real time last night, Sean Sapp, I was texting him. He got back to me per Fightful. He was the one that told me it is legit, and he was backstage tonight per Fightful again. Keeping on the story, he was backstage with crutches and a cast. But there's been no ACL, MCL surgery. His mom's been the word so far. So shout out to Sean Sapp. Appreciate you helping me out. Give me some little some legitimacy to that. Appreciate you. And prayers up to Seth Rollins. We talked about it last night. And I try to keep it minimal with the swears and the cussing, but what a fucking time to get hurt. You're Money in the Bank. You're running a faction. They're about to put it on your back, and this sucks, man. It sucks. I just want him to get rid of that moonsault move. This is the second time this has happened. Him doing that move. Like, stop it. You're better. You're good without it. Don't do that move anymore. Like, stop doing that. Do something else, man. But I hope Seth is okay. Hopefully it's something minimal. Obviously, I know people talking about taking Money in the Bank off of him. It's good for a year. Unless it's like MCL, ACL, he's out for over the year, leave it on him. Let Paul Heyman come out. Let Paul do the talking. You got two beasts, right? Maybe bring in Plan B. I think, honestly, at this point, where Rock's kind of got the lift here because Liv had to go, I think this is where you call Karrion Kross. And now Karrion is kind of, okay, bring Karrion in. Let's put him in the group. He wasn't going to be here, but maybe Karrion's the Plan B because he gets something that the fans are over. Paul still can talk, and then you have, obviously, the two Bs. You got Braun, you got Bronson. So that's how kind of I would call it, but that's just me. But shout out to Seth Rollins, man. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. He's back sooner than later. But I say all that to say, Great American Bash, Evolution for what they were. Put that as the bread, and All In is your sandwich. If you watch both brands, holy shit, did you eat good? Did you eat good this weekend? Because oh damn, again, not Saturday main event. I know it wasn't the best thing, but NXT put on a great match. El Bush was amazing, and All In blew the damn doors off. So it was an awesome time if you watched all the if that's your cup of tea, man. But everyone ate good, I think. If you were a wrestling fan this weekend, and obviously too, Super Card of Honor was great as well. Some great matches there. And shout out to my boy over here, my boy Aaron, calling Athena, calling the Gauntlet women's winner. I did call the men's, so I'll take that. But your boy also, Hangman Page is also new AEW World Champion, so that was awesome. So
while we're talking about AEW, I believe it was, I don't know if it was Spiteful that broke it or not, but apparently Adam Cole is having long-term issues with his concussions. So
yeah, so he's preliminarily diagnosed with CTE, which is why he said he's not talking about retirement yet. But if the tests don't go the right way, yeah, he's done, unfortunately.
Buddy's done.
And that sucks.
It sucks, but he's done.
We made fun of him here on the show. His size, he's small, hit the gym, all that shit. Obviously, when he broke with Britt. But obviously, when reality hits, you got to put that to the side. And, this man was a great wrestler, WWE, AEW. He did on the Indies. He was over in New Japan. It's shitty to see that happen to anybody, especially CTE, because that's a degenerative disease. And that affects your life outside of the ring. So, prayers up to Adam, man. Hopefully, it's something that's not too serious.
The one that gets me into Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So real quick, you were there live, and I don't want to do the whole thing because we're going to do the. But when he came out, he was like, how was the crowd? I mean, that must have been a pretty somber with him out there crying.
The crowd was behind him.
Yeah,
we were all like, of course, like wondering what was going on because he talked about injuries. Of course, we know he's had a few, so we're like, well, me and my friend that were there, we're talking about which injury, what could happen. Did it happen in a match this past week, the week before? I mean, did he do something out of the ring, like at home or something? Like what happened? So now that we got the official scoop, that CTE thing and the concussions, just for his health and safety. And he could do a commentary role or something. It's probably not something he wants to do. He wants to be in the ring because he lives wrestling. But for your health's sake, there's a way for him to get better and get back in the ring. That would be great. I'd love to see him back in the ring. And it was pretty, the crowd was pretty emotional. Everybody was emotional seeing him cry like that. And us not even knowing what's going on. It was pretty, it was pretty upsetting because I was really looking forward to see him and Kyle Fletcher tear the house down. I thought they'd have a great one-on-one match. And then we saw this fatal four-way, which great on Tony Khan for pulling the last minute, not only match, but the graphic and the promo video just hyped it up.
And Dustin, man. Dustin, you got to be happy for Dustin, man. That's such a damn, man. That's so cool.
I honestly did not see Dustin, but right before the match ended, I leaned over to my friend. I was like, imagine Dustin Rhodes with this match. That'd be awesome. He's like, it's going to be Kyle Fletcher. And I was like, okay. And all of a sudden, Dustin Rhodes went. I was like,
damn. And it was good. They sold it good too because you saw Sammy. It was almost like Sammy missed his cue and didn't get to the pin in time. So that was a great way to sell that. Like Sammy really, he was just like, wait, like that surprise. That was cool. But we'll talk a little more this week. But
Dustin Rhodes,
great, man.
Before he retires, he needs one run with the AEW World. He needs a world title.
I get behind that. Yeah,
that would be great.
That 1 year run or that 6 month run.
Just kind of like he did with Bryan Danielson. That give him that one world title run, Sting with the tag team title. Just do it because. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Dustin Rhodes has ever won the top world title in any company. I don't think so.
He's always been a mid-card, IC, hardcore in WWE. He held everything but the world title in WWE.
Exactly.
So, he's never had it.
I would love to see him win in WWE or World Heavyweight title. That would be great. But him having a AEW title.
TNA champion? Stampede. Was Dustin Rhodes ever TNA champion? He might have been TNA champion at one point for a brief minute. I don't remember. I'll wait till he answers. I think there might have when he did that weird gimmick.
I don't think his time in TNA was that long. I think his time in TNA was like a year. I think maybe because he was that weird. What was that? What was that?
Was it black and white? It was weird. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And he had the weird WCW run, but he never held the world title there. So
Yeah, he's
Stampede will
been
probably get back to me in a second, but yeah, no, I agree. I think he needs to have that one run, man. He deserves it, and it's just even if it's like 3-4 months, that'd be cool to see. So,
But I love his
But yeah.
gear. The Texas flag gear. That was
Yep.
fantastic. Love
that was awesome, especially being in Texas, bro. It was awesome, awesome shit. But yeah,
no,
man.
he was
This
not
was
TNA champion.
he wasn't. Thank you.
No.
Hey, so yeah, he's got to get. That's it, Tony. Tony, do the deal. Come on, TK, get it done. Figure it out, man. Figure it out.
That's
Put
it.
it somewhere
Dustin
for a couple
even
months.
wants it. Dustin might not even want it. You know, he loves.
He
just
did.
loves
He did
helping
just sign
AEW, and
He just
Yeah.
signed a 6-year deal last year, so he's there for a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
he loves AEW. He wants to see the company improve. He wants to see the company get
He
better.
does.
His wrestling academy, Road Wrestling Academy, that there is a one. I get a lot of people, upcoming wrestlers come up from there, go to Ring of Honor. Some even went to New Japan. He just wants to see AEW improve, and he loves working for Tony Khan. He said, and Tony, Dustin. I love that he's basically got rooted in AEW and he stuck around. It's great to see him in AEW and him, Sammy Guevara, it's the tag team champions. I think it's great. I think this win, I think it's going to lead to maybe Sammy and Dustin splitting up. Sammy might get jealous once that belt back.
That's exactly where I think it's going to go. So it's going to be good to see that. I'm excited, man.
We'll
I
know
think the
about
next
that
step,
more on Wednesday.
Yeah, All Out's going to be good. I'm excited for All Out. But yeah, man, tonight's PLE, man, I think for what it was, we all had our skepticisms with being thrown together and where it was placed, why it was placed. But take all that away, and the performers kind of listen. At the end of the day, I've talked about this on a couple of shows. Performers show up wherever the hell they're told, right? They don't. It doesn't matter what WWE or TKO wants to do. You got to go where you're told to go, and you got to show up. And they showed up, they showed out, and they performed their asses off in front of Atlanta. And Hotlanta gave it back to 110% with this crowd tonight. I was very happy to see it. Great main event, great start to finish. Obviously, Becky, Lyra, and Bayley set the bar, and they definitely, when you play the game on 2K, you got to balance your shows, man, and definitely get a little couple lulls here and there. You ended it strong. You started strong, and you damn well sure ended it strong. So great stuff, the ladies at Evolution, everyone who partaked in the PLE tonight. So it was good stuff, and I appreciate you jumping on. I know, Aaron, obviously you've been jumping around doing stuff. Matt, you have work. This has been doing stuff as well, so I appreciate you guys coming on and talking about it a little bit. Well, damn. Thank you for showing up then. Shit. We don't appreciate you.
I'm off tomorrow.
Appreciate you, man.
Till
Awesome. Well,
Tuesday.
before I get out of here, obviously I'll let you guys talk a little bit about where we can find everybody. Find everybody. It's been a long week of wrestling, man. I'm lucky I'm still going. Aaron, I'll start with you, man. Where can everyone find you on the socials, man?
Oh, you can find me on X, Twitter, Aaron Loves Wrestling, A lower course, L lower course, W lower course podcast. That's the name they gave me. You can also find me on TikTok. You can also find me on Instagram. You can find me on Threads. You can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me on Kick. Find me on Twitch. If it's a social media account, I got it. Blue Sky as well. YouTube. I've hit over 100 subscribers finally. I'm on to 200. I like to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. That's my goal. So I like to get to there.
We'll get to there.
But yeah, you can find me on all that. And here shortly, I think we'll do my AEW All In review. And we'll get that going here up in a few minutes. So come join the party, join the chats. And let's discuss AEW All In Texas.
Beautiful, man. Awesome stuff. And again, man, I hope you had a great time down there. Glad you got there back safe and sound. And that your boy got that, man. Cowboy shit all day. Got that title out of the briefcase. Let's go with it. I'm happy to see it. Matt, where can we find you on all the socials, man? Where can people find you?
You can find me on XMTrigWBP on YouTube. You'll see me on there covering the Baltimore Ravens with retired Ravens tight end Daniel Wilcox. We have the only Baltimore Ravens show on social media with a retired Raven doing weekly coverage. And you can find me on Baltimore Orioles, my Baltimore Orioles show with Tim Malarkey. We do foul ball talk over on our YouTube channel. Just type in the two podcast names at the corner, and you can find us there. We should be covering the Orioles for the All-Star break tomorrow at some point. Hopefully we don't run into the home run derby.
Real quick before Jesse.
Don't you fucking start. Don't you start.
I'm not. We did it last night. We did it last
start.
night. All I got to say is 10 in a row, baby. Love that dirty water. It's we weren't obviously we're doing this. We weren't watching the post show. Hunter was asked about Seth's injury. Quote, it's inconclusive, but it doesn't look good. And that's from the COO of WWE, Paul Levesque. Jesse, where can everyone find you as far as socials, things like that? Where can everyone find your shows?
You can find me every Wednesday night following Dynamite on the Lowdown. You can find me on Monday nights with you going over Raw. And you can find me on X at Jess Skywalker 10 and on TikTok at JessieB1705.
She remembered.
Those were Skywalker
Special
sisters.
Lanny, baby.
I know I did it. I've gotten better.
Yes.
Awesome. So like Jesse said, we all talked about. You can find me on Monday nights on the Raw Rundown, Friday nights on the SmackDown Shakedown with Big Mike. Exclusively over on BodySlam.net on Wednesdays, on the Weekend Wrestling, talking TNA on Thursdays, and like I talked about earlier, me and Mike Norton are throwing a new show up at you guys every Tuesday following NXT. We got the NXT Rewind, little Two Stooges collaboration. So definitely check us out at 10 o'clock here on X and on YouTube. And obviously, plenty of more stuff coming down the road. Football's coming. My new football betting show is going to be coming back out in a couple weeks, so get ready for that. A lot of cool stuff happening. Obviously, myself, Aaron, Matt, Jesse, we're all doing stuff together. So to catch all of that stuff that we do with wrestling, it's a big rest of the year coming up. It's with AEW, WWE, TNA, a lot of big pay-per-views coming up. To catch all that, you know, like, comment, subscribe, do the thing, guys. For everyone watching the show, if you got this far, do me a favor, leave a comment below like everyone else has, and do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Lets YouTube know the algorithm, hey, good stuff. Share it to everybody else. It helps myself and everyone here you see in front of you, and also in media group. Helps all of us get us out there to other people. So much appreciated if you can do that for me. With that being said, again, thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and gentle ladies. I appreciate you. It's been a long, long weekend. I'm gonna go get some sleep because I am not off tomorrow. So, but I appreciate you guys taking the time and talking some wrestling with me. Yeah, always a fun time. So thank you again. I'm sure we'll all talk soon. So for Jesse, Aaron, and Matt, I'm John Anthony. We'll talk to all you guys soon, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Raw Rundown.